When Putin sends conscript-age Russians en masse to war in Ukraine, the children of Kremlin officials sit in comfort and luxury. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. Your support is very important to us. Sergei Shoigu's son-in-law sits in a flat for 200 million rubles and publishes a video from the gym. The children of Russia's chief propagandist Vladimir Solovyov are building a creative career. Dmitry Medvedev's son Ilya is political. We will now tell you what the children of Russian politicians, officials and oligarchs are doing while another load of coffins of ordinary Russians is being sent to the republics of Taiva, Buryatia in the Urals or Dagestan. For almost half a year the world sees fighting Buryats, sees tick-tock troops of Akhmad Kadyrov. But not Ukrainians, and especially not Russians, will ever see the sons of officials on the battlefield. The grandsons of politicians under artillery fire or the daughters of oligarchs bandaging the wounds of soldiers in hospitals. The only son of the former president of Russia Ilya Medvedev is a typical representative. As a child he even tried his hand at acting and played the brave hero who defeated the robbers in a children's comedy show. But Ilya does not want to show his heroism in the army. He graduated from the Moscow University of International Relations. Until recently, he had a fairly prosperous business. A chain of gas stations and supermarkets, but for some reason not in Russia but in the United States. In June this year Ilya's work license was revoked in the US and he was asked to return home within 48 hours. The elder Medvedev had been president of a petrol station called Russia for some time so that his son could be director of a petrol station across the ocean for some time. Now Ilya is in Russia and the first thing he did was... No. He did not go to the front as part of Putin's special operation and sign a contract with the military enlistment office. Ilya joined Putin's party. After all, they won't let him back to the States anymore. Russians are now more interested not in the younger Medvedev's political career but in whether he will fulfill his duty to his homeland. After the publications in the social networks, Medvedev called on the Russian authorities to be tougher on foreign agents and bring them to justice. Unlike Ilya Medvedev, the daughter of Putin's press secretary, Dmitry Peskov, Liza has not yet joined Putin's party. After being kicked out of France, where she lived, studied and enjoyed of life, Liza returned to Russia to live with her father. Looking for somewhere to apply her talents, she didn't have to. She decided to work on the innovation and modernization of shipbuilding plants. Liza Peskova graduated from the Moscow University of International Relations and from a business school in Paris. In her spare time away from shipbuilding, Peskov's daughter likes to keep her studies. Learning to shoot and fight. But the girl is in no hurry to go to war. Peskov's daughter does not agree with the sanctions imposed on her by the European Union and considers it unfair. Next on our list are children of Russian propagandists who urge Russians to go to war in Ukraine. Alexander and Daniil, the children of the Kremlin's chief propagandist Vladimir Solovyov, will not be seen on the battlefield. Although their father promised on live TV to send them to all sorts of wars in Russia. Alexander is a director, shooting music videos and TV series from morning till night for budget money. Daniel is an actor. Probably going to star in them. Perhaps as a heroic liberator, continuing to fuck with the brains of ordinary Russians. But not all children of the Russian elite choose creative professions, business or politics. Some prefer to serve the state. This is the most profitable startup in Russia at all times. Meet Yulia. Yulia. The eldest daughter of the Russian defense minister, Sergei Shoigu. Her life's meteoric rise came when her father was head of Russia's Ministry of Emergency Situations. In 2020 alone she earned more than 5 million rubles. She also owns a plot of land of 1,500 square meters. A house and a flat measuring 2,000 square meters. Xenia. Sergei Shoigu's youngest daughter also lives quite well. She leads a public social life. She is an athlete and president of the Russian Triathlon Federation. Advisor to the head of the board at Gazprom Bank. And she also makes good money on state construction projects. Ksenia's company alone brought her 2 billion rubles. Putin's friend, the oligarch Gennady Timchenko, helps her launder the money. Sergei Shoigu's son-in-law, Alexei Stolyarov, is a blogger. He earns money with the help of the social network Instagram, which is banned in Russia. Ksenia's husband's publications show that Alexei is not in the trenches, but in his wife's super-elite apartment in Moscow, worth about 200 million rubles. Putin also has 2 daughters, but they have long been in hiding. Elder daughter Maria has surname Vorontsova and younger daughter Ekaterina, known to you by surname Tikhonova. Ekaterina Tikhonova is head of the National Intellectual Reserve Center and director of the National Intellectual Development Fund. It would be interesting to know who exactly invested 425 million rubles in Putin's daughter's fund, and how the total sum of 877 million rubles. Maria Vorontsova, the eldest daughter of the President of Russia, is a doctor and is engaged in studying the genome of Russians. The hobby is not cheap. The Rosneft Corporation has invested 230 billion rubles in her project. While propagandists are convincing the Russian population that life in Europe and the USA is hell. Nor does the son of ex-banker and KGB officer, Russian oligarch Alexander Lebedev, think about going to war. Yevgeny Lebedev became a member of the House of Lords in 2020. Yevgeny Lebedev took the oath of office on December 18 and became Baron of Siberia in the English House of Lords. Yevgeny is the owner of the famous newspaper The Independent, which in 2010 was given to him by his father. Such are today's golden youth of Russia. And people from the provinces still go to die in Ukraine, because their lives are worth nothing to Putin. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. Your support is very important to us. Thank you so much.